Who have been going back and forth for quite some time now. Morrell has been very vocal about wanting to get at David. I'm really looking forward to this fight.
It's so tough to hit him, especially if you're coming off wide. You got to really pinpoint the shots with David. I don't know if Morrell has that in him. And I'm a sharpshooter. And David was able to, like, you know, with his length, be able to, like, block a lot of the shots I was throwing as well, too. So, I mean, you really got to set him up with some clean walking trap shot.
Boxing experts are weighing in on the much-anticipated showdown scheduled for February 1st, 2025, between David Benavidez and David Morrell, set to unfold at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This fight, which has gripped the attention of the boxing community, brings together two top-tier contenders with distinct fighting styles and unique strengths. With both athletes commanding elite status and passionate fanbases, this bout stands as one of the sport's most hotly discussed encounters. Boxing champions Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev recently offered their perspectives in an interview with S News. Though they each conveyed admiration for both fighters, neither gave a clear prediction, underlining how unpredictable boxing can be. Bivol, who has sparred with Benavidez, noted the talents of each competitor but avoided naming a favorite. "I respect both boxers," he said. "I've heard excellent things about Morrell, he's a talented fighter. I'll definitely be watching the fight." Beterbiev, still undefeated with 21 victories and 20 knockouts, also refrained from predicting a winner, simply replying, "I don't know." Their neutrality reflects the complex threats both fighters pose. Benavidez, famously known as the Mexican Monster, is notorious for his relentless attack, fast hands, and knockout power. On the other hand, Morrell, a composed Cuban technician, is revered for his sharp precision and impressive boxing intelligence. As per Bivol and Beterbiev, the outcome could hinge on who best applies their game plan. If Morrell can't handle Benavidez's onslaught, he may get overwhelmed. But if Morrell successfully executes his tactical approach, he could exploit defensive weaknesses in Benavidez. The conversation also touched on the current boxing climate and their personal careers. Bivol is in preparation for a rematch with Beterbiev on February 22, 2025, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Reflecting on the mindset needed in the sport, Bivol stressed that making excuses only weakens a fighter. "If you find excuses, you become weaker. You must work on everything," he remarked. He also teased potential future bouts, including a second clash with Canelo Alvarez and even a dream matchup against Alexander Usyk at heavyweight. Furthermore, he praised Terence Crawford, referring to him as one of his favorite fighters and highlighting his technical brilliance as an edge even against someone like Canelo. As February 1st draws nearer, a key question persists: can Morrell's surgical boxing technique overcome Benavidez's explosive aggression, or will the Mexican Monster overpower the Cuban up-and-comer? Fans are anxiously waiting to witness how this compelling clash of styles plays out in what's expected to be a memorable night in the sport.
David Benavidez, you sparred him, you know he's great, you're great.
Yeah.
He's fighting David Morrell. Who wins that one?
I didn't watch fights of David Morrell, but I heard about him a lot, that he's a very good fighter with Cuban boxing school. It's interesting. When this fight will happen, I will watch.
Okay, if you beat Arthur, then, and David wins, you and David. Is that option?
It's possible. We are the same weight class, of course, but I don't want to think about anybody else.
True. Benavidez or Bivol, who wins? Benavidez and Morrell.
The other day you were in England with Roy Jones. You was praying with him. How was that? That was a very beautiful moment to see you just shooting up.
Как дела? Нормально.
Demetrius Andrade cast doubt on whether WBA regular light heavyweight champion David Morrell has the tools to break through David Benavidez's defense in their upcoming battle. Drawing on his own experience, Andrade reflected on his difficulties in penetrating Benavidez's range during their 2023 encounter, which concluded in the 6th round after Benavidez's overwhelming size and physical edge proved too much. Interestingly, Morrell boasts a reach advantage over Benavidez, 78 inches to 74 inches, an edge Andrade didn't enjoy. Though this could work in Morrell's favor, Andrade questioned whether the Cuban has the ring experience to exploit it. Morrell is skilled, but he tends to be wild with his punches, Andrade said. That sharpness comes with time, and I'm not sure he's fully ready for someone like Benavidez. Benavidez, known as the Mexican Monster, enters the ring with a reputation for brute strength and durability. Yet his debut at 175 pounds against Alexander Gvozdyk exposed some chinks in his armor. Although Benavidez won by unanimous decision, his power appeared diminished at the higher weight, and Gvozdyk outboxed him at moments throughout the contest. Nonetheless, Benavidez remains confident, with his team set on proving they can dominate the light heavyweight ranks just as they did at super middleweight. Jose Benavidez Sr., David's father and coach, explained that facing Morrell was about showcasing their capability against elite opposition. "We're here to deliver the fights fans crave," he said. "We're not avoiding anyone. It's a hard fight, but we want to leave a mark in history." Morrell's own transition to 175 pounds wasn't dominant either. Although he defeated RJ Collazo by unanimous decision, his performance showed growing pains with the new weight. Observers noted that Morrell's aggression, while exciting, can sometimes be uncontrolled. Something Benavidez, with his polish and experience, may be able to exploit. The build-up for the February 1st event has been electric. Adding to the momentum, boxing legend Floyd Mayweather promoted the bout on social media, declaring it the best card of 2025. The undercard is equally compelling. Among the highlights, a rematch between Stephen Fulton and Brandon Figueroa for the WBC featherweight title, Isaac Cruz facing Angel Fierro in a lightweight clash, and Jesus Ramos Jr. battling Jason Rosario in the junior middleweight division. As for the main event, experts are split. Former WBC welterweight champion Sean Porter labeled it a 50-50 fight, though he leans toward Benavidez due to his grit and experience. Benavidez has faced real adversity and knows how to respond. "Morrell hasn't faced that yet," said Porter. Both fighters remain confident while acknowledging the challenge ahead. Morrell's speed, reach, and unpredictable approach could cause problems, while Benavidez's power, stamina, and composure could tip the scales. Regardless of who wins, the bout marks an electrifying kickoff for 2025. The lingering question remains, who will rise as the premier force at 175 pounds?
This is what you want. This is what you want. Two top guys in the same division, giving the fans exactly what they want to see. And I think that it's going to be a war. In my eyes, I see it as a 50-50 fight. And I know some might say, well, why do you think it's a 50-50 fight? Because, one, we know we've definitely seen a lot from Benavidez over the years. When it comes to Morrell, we've seen, spots of him. But I really, really know what he brings to the table. And that's why I think this is going to be a tough fight for both guys.
Leonard Ellerby spoke highly of David Morrell's abilities, underscoring why this fight presents a genuine test for both men. "He's a phenomenal Cuban fighter from a strong boxing tradition," Ellerby said, applauding Morrell's precision, punching power, and ability to inflict serious damage. "It all comes down to who can absorb the punishment. Will David Benavidez do enough to slow Morrell, or will Morrell take it and dish it back?" Coach Greg Hackett also offered his insight, forecasting a competitive beginning but eventually favoring Benavidez. Hackett believes Benavidez's experience and punishing bodywork will gradually wear Morrell down. Morrell will shine early, maybe in the first 5 rounds, but Benavidez will take over from there, Hackett predicted. He views Benavidez as more seasoned and battle-ready, pointing out that Morrell's limited exposure to full 12-round contests might hinder him. Although Morrell has an extensive amateur background, including wins over high-level foes, his professional resume lacks the same depth. Only 3 of his pro fights have gone the full 12 rounds. Benavidez, meanwhile, has repeatedly proven his ability to dominate over long durations, a point Hackett believes could be decisive. The tension leading up to the bout has been building. Hackett recalled a fiery media event where Morrell attempted to strike Benavidez with his WBA title belt. "They know the stakes are high and the other is dangerous," he said, noting the emotional investment surrounding their entry into the light heavyweight division. Morrell's footwork and left-hand power may cause Benavidez problems early, but Hackett warned that Benavidez's aggressive offense could eventually break Morrell's rhythm. If Benavidez gets careless, Morrell might catch him, Hackett conceded, but remained firm in his confidence in Benavidez's ability to adapt and prevail. Morrell's performance on August 3 against Hot Rod Rabakalides was a display of his early round strength, though fatigue seemed to affect him in the later stages. Still, his power remained a factor deep into the fight, keeping him dangerous throughout. Looking ahead, some observers doubt the winner can hold their own against top light heavyweights like Beterbiev or Bivol. Yet, many still dream of a possible clash with Canelo Alvarez, perhaps as a stepping stone after this bout. Ideally, the victor would challenge Canelo at super middleweight before moving up to face the Bivol Beterbiev winner at a catchweight. Thanks to financial support from figures like Turki Alalshik, these super fights are more viable than ever. But at the heart of it all lies the promise of thrilling, meaningful matchups. Both Benavidez and Morrell have long sought a fight with Canelo, believing it would validate their careers. Once mandatory challengers to Alvarez, both still hope for that elusive battle. Whether this bout gets them closer to that dream remains to be seen.
I think he's getting put into a corner now where he's running out of excuses. He said that the only thing I bring is 25 extra pounds, and I'm not worth nothing, but he's asking 200 million, and now he's gonna fight me in the same night. This shit's just stupid, bro. Like, just tell the people you don't want to fight me.
You think like his hunger is dissipating?
I don't know. I can't talk to you about what his hunger is, or how his training is, or how he feels. I can only speak to you about myself, but for me, it looks like fear. It looks like fear, like he's scared of me.
Mia's devastating loss to Suresh dealt a heavy blow to boxing's carefully managed plans, throwing a wrench in the narrative crafted by the sportski influencers. The French fighter's strong performance cast doubt on Haye Mongia's legitimacy as a top-tier contender, which in turn raised questions about Canelo Alvarez's presumed dominance over him. Now, even in the super middleweight ranks, Canelo finds himself facing unexpected complications. When fans envision the biggest names squaring off, reality often clashes with ambition. Financial concerns have derailed many blockbuster matchups, leaving fans disheartened by elite fights that fail to meet expectations. The abundance of interim champions only complicates the landscape, causing many to disengage from the official rankings and divisions. More and more, fans follow the stardom and showmanship rather than competitive merit. Still, boxing continues to produce thrilling bouts across divisions. The sport flourishes when boxers climb the ranks through perseverance and hard work. When long-awaited battles finally happen, the payoff is immense. While fighters deserve compensation for their sacrifices, their journey should also reflect the traditions and values of the sport. It's not just about belts, it's about honoring the generations that paved the way. Boxing has always had a business side, but safeguarding its authenticity is crucial. Without accountability, the sport could devolve into a spectacle driven solely by profit. As Morrell and Benavidez prepare to clash at a weight class that fits their natural evolution, it's a reminder of boxing's true essence: greatness is best achieved when competition, not commerce, is the driving force.
Scared.
Alright guys, start with the cameras. Right here together guys. Come on guys. Right here together guys. Right here guys. TBC's back.
Acá ven ahí, acá de este lado.
Alright guys, still like that.
If you enjoyed the fight, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more knockout content only on Knuckle Forge.